There's a saying among the locals, in Svalbard, even the air has teeth. Step outside in January and you'll understand why. The cold doesn't just sting, it devours sound, light, and time itself. For 4 months straight, the sun never rises. The world becomes a theater of ice and shadow. And yet, people live here. They eat, laugh, celebrate birthdays, fall in love. Welcome to Svalbard, the last stop before the North Pole. Here, food isn't just about taste, it's about survival, planning, and creativity in a place where the land gives almost nothing. The grocery ship only comes a few times a year, carrying everything from potatoes to chocolate. Once it leaves, whatever's on the shelves has to last, through storms, darkness, and weeks when the temperature dips below -40. But Svalbard has its own way of feeding people. It begins with stockpiling. Every family, every restaurant, every expedition guide knows the art of the Arctic pantry, stacking frozen meats, dry goods, and canned vegetables in every corner of their home. Step into a Svalbard kitchen and you'll see the rhythm of the Arctic written in every shelf. There's reindeer meat, seal, Arctic char, smoked salmon, and rows of canned stews and jams brought from mainland Norway. Bread is baked less often because flour is precious and ovens take power. But it's not all imported food. Some of the most traditional dishes still come from hunting and fishing, a culture that refuses to die, even at the end of the world. Reindeer roam the tundra, short and stout with thick fur. Their meat is lean, slightly sweet, and served in stews that simmer for hours. The smell fills the room, smoky, comforting, the aroma of life itself when the wind howls outside. Seal and whale meat are still eaten by locals, not as trophies, but as heritage, passed down from generations who had no choice but to hunt to survive. Seal fat, when rendered, makes a golden oil that's perfect for frying and lasts for months without spoiling. Arctic char, the jewel of Svalbard waters, is caught from icy rivers or near the fjords in summer. When pan-seared with butter and a pinch of salt, it tastes somewhere between salmon and trout, but cleaner, colder, more alive. And then there's king crab, a delicacy that comes from the Barents Sea, served with melted butter. It's the celebration dish of the North, something reserved for holidays or the first glimpse of the returning sun. In the old days, hunters and trappers used to survive on what they could store for the long dark season. Seal fat, bear meat, fish heads, dried cod, and hardtack biscuits, hard as stone but built to last. They ate to endure. Today, people eat to connect, to remember those who endured before them. At the Who's It restaurant in Longyearbyen, one of the world's northernmost fine dining spots, the chefs still honor that heritage. They serve Arctic reindeer with cloudberry sauce, smoked halibut, and even desserts made from preserved berries gathered during the brief summer bloom. But the most iconic meal in Svalbard isn't gourmet. It's a simple, shared pot of stew. Meat, potatoes, carrots, onions, whatever's left in the pantry, slow cooked all day while the wind screams outside. People gather around, spoons in hand, and for a few moments, the darkness feels warmer. During the polar night, when the sun is gone for months, meals become rituals. The act of cooking is more than feeding the body, it's keeping the soul awake. The clinking of cups, the smell of stew, the laughter that echoes through wooden cabins, these are the sounds of endurance. And then comes summer, the season of light. Suddenly, the same world transforms. The snow melts, moss grows, and flowers bloom between stones. For a few short weeks, Svalbard becomes alive. This is when locals fish, forage, and restock. Berries, herbs, Arctic greens, everything that nature allows, they take carefully, dry it, and seal it away for the next dark. Even the restaurants change their menus, lighter meals, fresh fish, bright jams. Tourists arrive, curious to eat Arctic cuisine, not realizing that every dish here is a story of months of darkness, of ships trapped in ice, of people who refuse to leave. And through it all, one rule never changes. Nothing is wasted. Every scrap of meat, every jar of jam, every crumb of bread has value. Because when you live at the edge of the world, food is not a luxury, it's proof that you're still alive. When you eat in Svalbard, you're not just tasting food. You're retasting the will to live, the quiet strength of people who built warmth where there was none. This is not just a place. It's a reminder that even in endless cold, humans find ways to share a meal, to smile, to survive. This is Svalbard, where the night lasts months and dinner is the only thing that keeps the light burning. This is amazing food world.